Welcome back to Every Way Woman. So, ladies, let's chat. The white picket fence vision, it's changed. There's a few cracks in this, Stacey, and people are, starting their own businesses. There's been a role change with men and women. How's it affected your household?
It's affected my household in that I've always worked, my husband's worked, and the roles are at home different in the workplace. But to women, I think that whatever you decide to do for your household, you should be able to do that. And society has said women should stay home, men should go to work. Men are now staying home. It's whatever works in your household. I always talk about this one size fits all, and it's just not there. So yay for the picket fence breaking down.
Really?
Yes. I miss the picket fence, actually.
I want the picket fence.
And I do too. I miss it. I really liked the idea of having a nuclear family where some of the roles were extremely distinct, and that there was a one-income household where people could earn enough, where someone could stay home and raise the kids, cook dinner, prepare meals, make things. We don't. Does anybody scrapbook anymore?
Wow, I'm the
Do
most
we even know what scrapbooking is? I love the idea of being able to do that, but who's got the time? I gotta work, I gotta take care of the kids, I gotta do my hair.
I'm not necessarily saying I don't want to work, but I agree with you, Madison. It would be great to be in a family situation where there is an option for someone to stay at home with the future kids.
Absolutely.
And I can work if I want to.
Okay, all right.
No, let me go. I am amazed because I'm the most conservative person on this show.
But you think you're the most conservative.
No, but listen.
But you're not.
Okay, listen, Madison and Jeslyn. Because two parents outside the home working doesn't mean that they cannot instill traditional values in the home. We both know that it's very difficult to live on one income.
In order to,
and so you got to be an engaged parent.
Here's the thing.
You got to be an engaged parent.
In order to teach traditional values, you have to be there and live those traditional values.
Absolutely not, Madison. I'm teaching traditional values in my home. You guys tease me all the time, and I work a very executive job, and so does my husband. But the time that we have together with our children, we make that valuable quality time.
I would like it if my kids got to grow up and they, I grew up watching my mother work. And granted, she has some issues. However, she was always working. She was always gone, and she was not present.
Okay.
And when they were present, they were so preoccupied with other things that we didn't get traditional values. But I'm a very traditional value person, and I learned that because I watched other families and how they lived and what they did. And I lived with like 6 different families in my high school years.
Okay, but what happens with the picket fence with women, they can start businesses and still be in the home.
Yes.
Or men can start businesses and still be in the home. But let's be honest, ladies, in the society that we live in, financially, people cannot do that.
Why do we have to assume that white picket fence means it's the man works, the woman stays home? Couldn't the white picket fence mean that someone earns enough money in the household, whether it be the man or the woman, that you could have a one-income family versus a 2-income family, and you have parents raising kids versus daycare centers, nannies, and all of those other things.
I get that, but here's what I'm going to say to you. For our viewing audience that they don't have that scenario, they still can be engaged parents. It's the time, it's the quality time that you spend with your child. I know people who stay home and they go to Target all the time. They might as well work.
Well, that's kind of me.
I have to tell you, I know women who husbands work, they have nothing to do, and they don't do anything with their lives. And to me, I just think what a shame.
Okay.
Because they could be doing a lot of things for their family and for their kids, or charity or whatever, and they don't do, but they squander it.
So obviously there's been a change in roles in home, in the workforce. Do you think it'll ever go back to the way it was?
No, we will never go back to the single income family unless you are allowed to be able to become highly educated.
Or what you should do, though, because the ROI on college is questionable right now. I know we're going to get emails about that, but the return on investment in college is questionable.
Yes.
So you're going to have the young people coming out starting their own jobs and being entrepreneurs. So it might go back because you'll have all these people who are the Mark Zuckerbergs and the Bill Gates of the world, so they'll be able to do that. But as it relates to women staying home, taking care of the kids, coming home, be all dressed when the husband come in. Hi, June. It's not going to be. It's not. I don't think that's going to happen anymore.
No, but I think it has to do with socioeconomics, and it's more about income than it is do people want these roles? And technology is playing a really big role.
Plus, your generation is very honest. They don't even want to get married.
Well, no, not all of us. The millennials have a whole different view on
marriage.
What do you call yourselves?
The millennials.
You guys are not having the I'm staying home, he's working. You all are telling me on interviews he can do whatever he wants to. We live in the same house, we married, he does what I do what he do, and that's it. So I don't think it's going to ever come back.
Just be roommates.
No. I want the white picket fence in whatever way it is possible for my life. Add a trip to Paris, here or there.
You want to be kept. Ain't nothing mad with. Nothing wrong.
That's another thing. We should talk about being a kept woman, because I have a couple of friends who have some ideas about what being kept means.
And actually, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Really? Well, I'd like to learn a few of those tricks. We'll discuss them when we come back on Every White Woman. Stay tuned.